Class 11. Welcome to the online tutorial sessions for economics. I am Avnash Lambert, your economics guru, and today we are going to start our new topic, which is monotonic preference and the indifference curve. Now this is under the consumer equilibrium chapter, which is chapter number 2. Now students, let's start. Now, what is monotonic preference? Now, if I give you an example, before coming to the definition, let's start with the example itself. Now, if I have given you three bundles, bundle A, bundle B and bundle C. You know what is bundle? It's a combination of two goods. Fine. Now in bundle A there are 7 apples and 7 oranges. Fine. In bundle B there is 7 apples but only 6 oranges. And in bundle C there are only 5 apples and only 5 oranges. Now which one of these bundles you are going to select? Which of this bundle you are going to select? Honestly, tell me honestly. Which one you are going to suggest or select? Obviously, you are going to select this bundle. Why? Because it has more apple and more oranges. Obviously, that's the point, and that's the monotonic preference. Now, monotonic preference means it refers to those preference in which the consumer prefer the bundle having either more of goods, in which it's a situation of the preference where the consumer prefer either that bundle which is having both of two goods, in which both the goods are having extra or there are more of both the goods, or more of at least one good. Suppose if bundle A wasn't there, only bundle B and bundle C, or take example of bundle A and bundle B, only bundle A and bundle B, there is no bundle C. Fine. Now tell which of this bundle you are going to select. Why not bundle B? Because it has one extra orange. Fine, that's why you are going to select bundle A and not bundle B. And why you are not selecting bundle C? Because it has both the goods are having more of both the goods. That's why you are going to select the bundle A. Now that is the monotonic preference. The consumer prefer those bundles which are having more in units. Either they are having both the goods in more number, or at least one good is there which is having more in numbers, and no less of other good, and other good is also not less than the others. So it refers those preference in which the consumer prefer the bundle having either more of goods, more of both goods, or more of at least one good, and no less of other good, and the other good is also the same. Fine. So this is your monotonic preference. Now students, let's come to the next topic, which is indifference curve. Now basically it is a curve. Fine. As you have seen, it is a curve which is known as IC curve. Now what's so special about it? An indifference curve is a curve where different points on it, if you can take any point, I have taken point A, point B, point C, point D and point D. Any random point on this IC curve shows those bundles which give equal satisfaction to the customer. First of all, these points are those points which is showing the bundles of two goods, and these bundles are giving equal level of satisfaction to the consumer. Fine. So this is the indifference curve. An indifference curve is a curve where different points on it shows those bundles which gives equal level of satisfaction to the consumer. Fine. Friends, I have taken 5 bundles. In the first bundle, if I am consuming 1 pizza, then I am consuming 15 burgers. If in the second bundle I need to increase the consumption of pizza, I need to sacrifice few burgers, so that I will consume 10 burgers only and I can increase 1 unit of pizza. In the third one, I need to increase one more unit of pizza, so that I need to sacrifice more of the burgers. So now I am consuming six burgers and 3 pizzas, and so on. For 4 pizzas I need 3 burgers. For 5 pizzas I need 1 burger. So these points, these units, these combination of 2 goods or these bundles, which bundle? Bundle A or bundle B or bundle C or bundle D or bundle E. These bundles are these points. Point A. Point A shows 1 and 15. Point B shows 2 and 10. Point C shows 3 and 6. Point D shows 4 and 3. And point E shows 5 and 1. Fine. So these points are showing these combinations. Now these bundles shows the same level of satisfaction. Fine. These points, these bundles are showing same level of satisfaction. Whether you eat 1 pizza, 15 burgers, you are satisfied. Whether you eat 2 pizzas, 10 burger, you are equally satisfied. Whether you eat 3 pizzas, 6 burgers, again you are equally satisfied. 4 pizzas, 3 burger, you are equally satisfied. 5 pizzas or 1 burger, you are equally satisfied. These points are equal to each other on the basis of level of satisfaction. Fine. So note it down. Note down the previous topic, which was monotonic preference. Note down indifference curve, and then note down this schedule. Now this schedule is known as indifference schedule. In paper, if it's asked what is indifference schedule, you just need to tell that the tabular representation of indifference curve is known as indifference schedule. Fine. Note it down. It will be better if you note it down. The tabular representation. Fine. The tabular representation of IC or indifference curve is called indifference schedule. Now, if I take 2 more points, point F and point G, what does these points show? Point F shows that you already know on this point the good X and good Y both are going to decrease in the level of satisfaction, because which curve, the points which are on the right hand side gives more level of satisfaction. I told you on a graph, whichever point is on the rightward side is more than the leftward point. So if you see, point F is less than these points. So point F is giving less satisfaction, or you can say that point F or bundle F is inferior bundle, or you can say it gives less satisfaction. It gives less satisfaction. Fine. Now, what about point G? Point G will give more satisfaction. It is the preferred bundle. Point G is the preferred bundle. Will give more satisfaction. But it depends on the money income. We cannot reach up to this point because we don't have that much income. we are on the indifference curve where the money income is equal to the level of satisfaction. Our satisfaction level must remain on the basis of our money income. So this is your indifference curve. Point G definitely will give more satisfaction, but it's not reachable because we don't have that much income. Now students, let's come to the next point. The next topic is indifference map. Now what is indifference map? Basically it is the collection or family of indifference curve. In a graph where there are different indifferences curve which are showing the consumer's preference all over the bundles of two goods, then that graph or that bundle or that collection of indifference curves will be known as indifference map. Now this is how an indifference map looks like. Indifference curve 1, second one indifference curve 2, third one indifference curve 3, indifference curve 4. Now you must be asking, sir, why you are making this shaped IC curve? You will study, you will get to know about the shape of this curve, why is it so, in the upcoming videos. But for now you just know that this is the IC curve, this is the shape of IC curve, and this is the indifference map. Now these IC curves shows the higher level of satisfaction which the bundles of goods are going to give you. Now I told you whichever point is on the rightward side, that will give the better level of satisfaction. So IC curve 2 gives more satisfaction than IC curve 1. IC curve 3 is giving more level of satisfaction than IC curve 2. And IC curve 4 is giving more level of satisfaction than IC curve 3. So higher indifference curve shows higher level of satisfaction. Higher indifference curve shows higher level of satisfaction. So this is your indifference map. Now let's come to the next topic. The last topic for today is marginal rate of substitution. Now in short it is known as MRS. Now what is marginal rate of substitution? Now let's start with an example. Suppose I have taken 6 bundles here. Now for one pizza I eat 20 burgers. That's a bundle. In the bundle A, I eat 1 pizza and 20 burgers, and it gives me some level of satisfaction. And in the second bundle, I need to increase my consumption of pizza by 1 more unit. So I need to sacrifice some burgers. Now for eating second pizza, I need to sacrifice few burgers, and now I will eat 15 burgers. But the level of satisfaction on both the bundles is exactly the same. I am totally satisfied with both the combination. Fine, I can eat 1 pizza and 20 burgers also, I am happy. And if I eat 2 pizza and 15 burgers, I am same level of satisfaction I am receiving. Now, if I need to increase 1 more pizza, suppose from 2, I need to eat 3 pizzas now. I need to sacrifice few burgers, right? So, now I will sacrifice few more burgers. And there is your third bundle. And in this bundle also, the level of satisfaction is exactly equal to the bundle A and bundle B. Now for the next bundle, I need to increase 1 more pizza. To increase 1 more pizza, I need to sacrifice few burgers. Now it will be 8 burgers. If I eat 4 pizzas and 8 burgers, I will be equally satisfied as the bundle A, B and C. For the fifth bundle, which is bundle E, I need to increase 1 more pizza, and now I need to sacrifice few more burgers. It will be 6 burgers now. Now I will eat 5 pizzas and 6 burgers. And on the sixth bundle, I need to sacrifice few burgers so that I can increase 1 more unit of pizza. For eating 6 pizzas, I need to sacrifice few more burgers, and that will be 5. I have sacrificed 1 burger so that I can increase 1 more pizza. Now, these bundles are giving me same level of satisfaction. Fine. Now, what is MRS? MRS is the number. MRS of good X for good Y, it is the number of units of good Y that the consumer is willing to sacrifice for an additional unit of good X. It is the number which the consumer is ready to sacrifice for increasing one additional unit of good X. Pizza is your good X and burger is your good Y. You are sacrificing burgers and you are increasing one additional unit of pizza. Now let's see what is the MRS in these burgers. Now, if we talk about bundle A, what is the MRS? Because you don't know about when you are having 0 pizzas, what will be the number of burgers? Because you don't have any data, so that is not applicable. You cannot calculate it, so leave it a blank there. Now, you need to calculate the MRS for good X and good Y. How many burgers you have sacrificed? You have sacrificed 5 burgers. So it will be 5. Fine. Now how many burgers you have sacrificed? You have sacrificed 4 burgers. Now you have sacrificed 3 burgers. You have sacrificed 2 burgers and you have sacrificed 1 burger for that. So this is your MRS, and mind it, in case of indifference curve, the MRS is always in a diminishing rate. MRS is always in a diminishing rate. It is always decreasing. Why? It is decreasing because of law of diminishing marginal utility. Fine. So MRS is always decreasing or in a diminishing rate because of law of marginal utility. Now, this is the formula of calculating the MRS. It is the change. This symbol means, this delta means change. Fine. Whatever the change is in the amount, that is the delta. Now, change in units of goods sacrificed, how much units you have sacrificed upon change in units of goods gained. Now, here you have gained 1, again 1, 1, 1 and 1. To increase 1 unit of pizza, how many burgers you have sacrificed? That is the MRS. That's the same thing. Now, mathematically we put a minus sign because if you calculate the change in burger, that will be -5 or -4 or -3 or -2 or -1. But the actual value which we show in MRS is in a positive sign. So we don't put minus here. Instead we put up the value and assume it as positive. So it's not necessary to write this minus sign, but mathematically you have to write this symbol, this minus sign. If you are asked the formula for MRS, then you have to denote this minus sign. But if you are calculating MRS, then you don't need to use this minus symbol. Now students, MRS can also be written as change in good Y upon change in good X. So students, note down the whole whiteboard. This is also one of the most important topic which could be asked in 1 mark or 3 marks. So note it down, the whole topic. I hope you have learned a lot in today's video, and we'll see you in the next video. So stay home, stay safe, and see you soon.